Hello, what's up? It's been a long time. So you've all clearly gone and watched Dominion and loved it, and you're saying, "Oh my God, thank you so much! I can't believe it. It was so amazing." Uh, so I didn't plan this. I've been waiting on some stuff in the mail, and it just so happened it showed up all on the same day, and it's just too incredible to not to share. So it's going to be a fairly quick one. Um, Part of this will be kind of there's going to be some more Astral Hex Encounter videos. Just did one for Voyage of the BSM Pandora that I think I talked about over here. Um, Not really a gameplay video like I've done in the past, just more of an overview of the game and kind of thoughts about it. I really liked it, spoiler alert. I really enjoyed it, and it just kind of leads me to, I think, wanting to do some more videos for Astral Hex Encounter. There's a couple of more games in our kind of collection, with one that came today as well, that will just be begging to be covered. So keep an eye on that channel. Yeah, because I think it's all it's all fantastic. It's all fun, and I just love sharing this stuff, especially because I don't think a lot of people are familiar with a bunch of these artists. So it's great to share. So speaking of unfamiliar with artists, uh, Aaron Alfrey is a fine young gentleman who I follow on Twitter, and he's posted some incredible stuff. This image here was posted as, I don't remember the size. Let's see if that'll focus on there. Focus on my hand. Focus on this. Close. Getting it. Boom. Look at that. Magical. This image right here, he had a kind of big fabric flag. Again, I don't remember the size of it, but it looked incredible. Right there. Perfect. It looked incredible. So when I saw it, I thought about it. It was just too big of a piece that I would be able to do anything with it. I love that piece of art itself. So I knew that I had to have it in some form. And just recently, he did a bunch of these vinyl stickers. And then he had a print, a more manageable size of that print. So I couldn't resist grabbing it. The stickers are incredible. He's kind of made an appearance in kind of the Emperors of Eternal Evil, the Cave Evil crew. Some of their games, as a matter of fact, some of the stickers that I got appear in the newest magazine, which we'll talk about in a minute. But his style is pretty. I love it. I really, really love it. Kind of a gothic, almost fairy tale like quality to it that's just kind of horrific and disfigured, which appeals to me. So that's one little piece he threw in there. And then Monster Brains, which is a great image right there. So you can check out that site for focus. You can check out that site for focus. Really, hey, it won't focus even, I'm not even that close to the camera. Interesting. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. Does that sort of help? I'll try to remember to put links in the bottom of this video so everybody can see. So there you go. Maybe that one does it a little better on the back there. So one of the stickers you won't be able to see because it is already on my computer. It's already made it to my computer. Couldn't resist. But when he posted about them on Twitter, I got in touch with him right away. And he kind of, instead of sending a random, I think he was selling them in packs of 3. Instead of sending me just a random pack of 3, he sent me the images from the page and just said, circle the ones that you want and I'll send them to you. So the quality of these are even better than I thought. I didn't expect them to be so like large, the size of sticker. I expected them to be maybe half of the size. No way is that a complaint any which way whatsoever. Um, they're really, really great. This kind of, again, it's this kind of cave evil style. I really, really dig. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. Um, can I put one on my car? How long will it last on the car? Would it be a waste to put it on the car? I don't quite know. All of these questions. So like I said, one made it to the computer for sure. I've got this piece of this kind of stand for my synth type of stuff out there and my effects and everything. There's just not enough room. I was thinking I've been kind of putting stickers on one side of it. The other side has glow in the dark paint, and the other side, the opposite side, is blank. But I've started putting some stickers on it, and there's just no room for these monsters. So those are the stickers. And here's a copy of the piece that I got from him. It took a bit to get here, but I think that's, well, not, I don't think, I know that that's mostly due to the fact that there's rotating strikes for the last little while. It's been kind of called off. It's a bit of a thing. Maybe it's a topic for when we see each other and we sit down and have a beer. But so that's been delaying mail across the country. This rotating strikes. They've been forced back to work, which is bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. But that's, again, not for right now. So yeah, there he is, Mr. Aaron Alfrey. Check him out if you don't know him already. And again, for those of you who enjoy the channel, check him out. I'm not sure if he has an Instagram page or not. I do know that he has a Twitter, so give him a follow. Check out his stuff. Check out his website. Order that shit. And then certainly not least, but the last thing, which for sure you'll see a video about this at some point. The latest issue of the Halloween Nightmares horror game magazine. This is issue 3. First year was Psycho Raiders. Second year was Freak Face, and this year is Alfrey Evil. All 3 of the games kind of work off the same system, but they all have kind of different stories. So this one is a ship out at sea facing the creatures of the sea, and it looks amazing as usual. I mean, I'm not surprised whatsoever. They're really, really creative guys, and they really just know how to put together a fun game, trying to make sure all these don't fall out. Here's the counters for the game, one sheet of counters. It's the front there, and then the back. The ultimate goal, I believe, is to have the ship make it back to the lighthouse, to turn on the lighthouse, and then then everything kind of, then you win. With this series of games, with these horror magazine games, it's really weighted against the people who are supposed to kind of win the game. In Psycho Raiders, it was really difficult. If you were playing the teenagers in the van, it was really, really difficult to win that game. It's supposed to kind of recreate these horrific scenarios for somebody playing the game, to really give them a challenge. But in that, they just explore some unique themes. The second one being kind of like a freak show, a circus freak show. And then, like I said, this third one being about this ship at sea. So something different with this game is you do get one of the sheets has the ship, that you cut out and move around the map itself. And then it's the usual where there's a lot of the pieces everything comes to you, and you've just got to spend some time cutting everything out. So from what I understand, and again, I haven't read any of the rules yet, there's different characters, and the different characters start with different weapons. So here's the different characters on one side, and what their weapons are, and how potent they are depending on how close you are to your enemy. We got a second sheet of those. And then, as in every single one of them, I grin because I love this shit. With the other games, when your character does die, you draw a card from the kill deck, and if the image on the kill deck somehow relates to the scenario that you just encountered where you got killed, then your character is dead. If it doesn't, you discard it, and you still have one more chance to kind of try to crawl away and save yourself. So the kill deck that you have to cut up has some of this imagery on it, which is just ridiculously amazing. It's just so great. And then there's another sheet of kill cards. So what was that? 18 cards in total. Look at this guy. Unbelievable. So they'll have these symbols here. So if you're fighting somebody that has a knife, when you draw this card, if you got killed by someone with a knife, this is going to take you out. This one has a number, a pistol. Is that fire right there? Yeah, it looks like fire, and then a knife, and then a couple other symbols up here that I'm not familiar with. One is clearly a fist and one is a mouth, but I'm not sure what they stand for. Again, even though these games kind of work off the same system from magazine to magazine or from issue to issue, there is some things that do change. And then there's another deck that only has 9 cards called the water deck. And this, I believe, is for the evil, whoever is playing the evil. So there's a look at those. And I'll see if this will work. Last but definitely not least, we have the map or the game board itself. Come on, people. It's sort of about comics. So there you go. Other ones have had kind of obstacles and buildings that you could run into, but since this one takes place at sea, there ain't shit. It does have in the center is where the boat starts, and you can sort of see an outline happening in the water there with the waves, just to give you a bit of help. Your tables and stuff on here. Direction. Yeah, direction. So which way you're actually, this one has a neat feature where it's a random roll to determine which way your ship is going. So you place one counter on whichever way the wheel is turned, and then the other counter where the wind is blowing from, to see if you're going to have an easy time of it, I guess, or if it's going to be a little bit of a difficult time if you're driving right into the wind, if you're steering right into the wind. So this is going to be fucking awesome. I did send Nate, well, I did post about this on Twitter, and Nate wrote back that if my son and I dress up in seaweed and skulls, we'll make his feed again, which is hilarious. So I'm going to talk to the boy about that and see maybe we can do something. It seems to have been a tradition around here the past couple of years, past few years actually, now that I'm thinking about it, where something from this group has showed up, and we've played it over the Christmas holidays. as Christmassy as all of this is, I do look forward to it, as I do everything that they put out. They have another one out right now, World War III, that it was a print and play, and now it's a folio pack. I didn't actually play that one. I did buy the print and play way back, and I started to read the rules, and I couldn't get into it as much. Not that it didn't seem interesting. Everything was still there for me, the art and everything that goes along with it. I just didn't play it, and I'm not 100% sure why, because I did intend to do it. Here you go. Here's some Halloween masks for you that they say scan them, blow them up, poke holes in the eyes, and put them on your face. So there we see Aaron there as well. Some of his creatures making it to the magazine as well too. And for the most part, the magazine is just the rule set, but they do have some advertisements, and they do have some comic strips in it as well. There's some more masks for the kids, and you always get a centerfold, which is fantastic. Yeah, here we go. So on the back, and this one has some fiction in it as well too. There's a story in it. So here's some kind of advertisements on this page, and the back here as well. Yeah, there you go. World War III right there. What can I say? You know me. You know what I like. You know what I like. And then to start it all off, a little bit of a, what is it, 4-page comic? Yeah, looks like it. 4-page comic to kind of lead you into the story, to kind of set the tone. And that's happened every issue as well too. There we go. That's the final page with See Evil at the bottom before the rule set kicks in. Right on. Awesome. Like I said, just so happened both of these things showed up on the same day. I couldn't resist but to share them with you fine people. That's it. Thanks very much for watching. And yeah, like I said, if you're into it, check out the Astral Hex Encounter channel. Subscribe to that. And there'll be more to come on that channel for sure. I don't think we've done a Titan video yet. I don't know if we will. We'll see. But you'll definitely see some See Evil. I have a line on a copy of Dune, not the original Avalon Hill one, but it's a game based off of the movie version. There was a bunch of different versions of Dune, the board game. And the Avalon Hill one is kind of highly sought after. It's tops on my list as well. It's just when it shows up, when I do find it online. Right now there's a few on eBay, and they all kind of, at the minimum, is kind of $200 American, which is just insane to me. So any version of it, there was a couple of later versions that really took after the first one. This one, I just watched a video about it today. This one very loosely. There's a couple of the same themes as the original, but it does take its own kind of drive with it. It does make it its own game. But again, I'm one of those people that actually did like the movie. Was it amazing? No. Was it enjoyable? Yes. Could Jodorowsky have done a much better job? Abso-fucking-lutely, he could have done a much better job. But David Lynch did it, and there you have it. So yeah, that'll be coming as well too. Yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you.